There is one secret place where you are guaranteed to get a spectacular book from, and that is at the airport bookstore. It doesn't matter if it's a full-blown bookstore that's in the airport, because some airports have those. It doesn't matter if it is the book section of their grab-and-go station with all the sandwiches and the drinks and the snacks. If there are books inside of an airport, they are guaranteed to be good. There are certain qualifications that airport books have to make it to those bestseller shelves. And so you have to think about it. The idea of books in the airport, which FYI, there aren't a million bookstores all over the world, but every airport has a bookstore. And you wonder why, or some kind of bookshelf. And you wonder why. And it's because people need distraction when they're flying. And what qualifies as distraction? Something that's fast paced, something that's exciting or scary. It might be a mystery or a fantastic world. It has great characters. It is something that's going to grip you for a couple of hour plane ride and maybe even last you during your vacation wherever it is that you're going. I have never gotten a book from an airport that I regretted. There's one book in this pile that I regretted reading while I was on a plane, but overall, they were all worth it. These books in particular are taking trips. They're taking you to exotic lands or to a different way of life that you aren't accustomed to. They're showing you the mystery behind the veil. And whether I read them when I was on my trip or later, they gave me that feeling, the trip vibes. It took me back to where I was when I bought them. We're gonna start with A Trip to Space. This one is Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I had seen this all over the place. Wasn't really drawing my attention. I wasn't sure if I was gonna get it. And then I saw it at the airport and I was like, if it's here, I probably need it. It's set during the summer, which is also a theme throughout airport books. They love the summer. They love the ocean. They love a nice hot sunny day. It's set in the 80s. NASA space program. And a lot of Taylor Jenkins Reid's books have some love affair inside of the story. I feel like this is her first one that the love affair is actually first and the setting is kind of second. Even though the setting is very cool. 1980s NASA, when they're just taking off, when they're just starting to allow women in, when astronauts were cool. It's an era that feels exciting, and she places these two female astronauts being in love in the middle of this. I actually like this one better than the Seven Husbands of, what's her name? The Hugo, the green one. I feel like she missed the ending a little bit, but other than that, it was a really good ride. Astor is taking a trip to a new land, which the beginning of the Astor family, as written about by Anderson Cooper with help from Catherine Howe. The beginning of the Astor family came from Germany. So the first Astor comes to America as a trapper, as a hunter, and he makes his fortune here. The intrigue, the family dynasty, the family dynastic machinations, the family members stabbing each other in the back, hating each other, disowning one another, fighting over who's going to get what, fighting with the Boers because they had so much wealth and they were exploitive, obviously, seeing the things that this family did to your regular working class immigrant who came here like them. All their money was made off of those people. Somehow at the same time is your American fantasy of anyone can make it here, while at the same time being the horrible underbelly of that fantasy where the only way you can get this high, this far, is by exploiting people. Even if it's your own family. It's well written, it's well researched, it goes through the modern era and the decline of the family. It was worth the read. If you want to take a trip to Europe, scuba dive, to have a Euro summer on an Italian beach somewhere, meet a sexy guy, go diving, and then find out all the mysteries of the city that you're in because you're an archaeologist and you're pretty damn cool, this one's for you. This one is The Amalfi Curse by Sarah Penner. This speaks into all of that fantasy, that trip fantasy of going somewhere glamorous and hot and sweaty and there being some kind of underbelly to it all. Something that you get wrapped up in and you don't know how to get out of. And the stakes are low. It's an easy summer romp. You can probably finish this on your airplane flight or maybe the way back. The way there and the way back. There's shipwrecks and mysterious women. There's visions from the past. If you want those same beach vibes, but a longer trip out to sea, a bit more depth in your mysterious ocean-going journey, then The Sirens is the one. It's by Amelia Hart. She's the author of Wayward. I feel like that one was really popular. It's another one that goes from the present to the past. It's a bit darker, but it also has the lore with the mermaids and the shipwrecks. But then it adds in real historical facts about about Ireland in the 1800s, the transportation of female prisoners to Australia and what that journey looked like. There's a possibly haunted beach house. There's a definitely haunted family. If you like something a little more thrilling, this one is a good one. If you want to take a trip into the past, this is 1920s Italy, The 7 or 8 Deaths of Stella Fortuna by Juliet Grimes. This one is a journey through a family over the generations who was first in Italy and then they immigrate to America through the eyes of one girl's experience. The title is correct. She does almost die 7 or 8 times. Her fierceness keeps her going through this journey. It is really heartbreaking. You fall in love with Stella Fortuna. There's so much misfortune that happens to her at times. If you don't like something that's a little more painful on a trip, I would not recommend this one. Maybe for the trip back. Finally, Judy Blume, a classic author. This is in the unlikely event. It's the first book that she had written in quite a while. And I saw it in the stand when I was in the airport. And I said, oh my God, I have to have it. I love Judy Blume so much. I especially love her adult books. I was so excited by it and I didn't know what it was about. Let me forewarn you. This book happens in the middle of these crazy back-to-back airplane crashes that happened in the 1950s. If you are a nervous flyer, do not read this book on a plane. Do not read it before you're going to get on a plane. Maybe you can read it after you come back from a plane. It is an airport book. In that, it was extremely startling. It was very fast-paced, amazingly well-written. The suspense was crazy. The fact that it's based on true happenings, these true multiple airplane crashes that happened back-to-back. How Judy Blume even found this story, I do not know, but it's very much a Judy Blume story, like a bit of tragedy mixed in with a love of character. She's just such a wonderful author. But again, buy this from the airport. Don't necessarily read it while you're there. And if you don't like to read at the airport, instead, because these days we have the Wi-Fi, you can just stream some Most Bookish videos. So subscribe. We'll be taking lots of other trips together. I will definitely be buying more airport books, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, book friends.